One shot, who me? Take that, ooh wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict.
Madden Football brings you the divisional rounds of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Panthers and the Monarchs coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the London Monarchs. With Charles Davis, as always. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our... One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out right at the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Tomlinson up the middle. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch him flat-footed and get a big play.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. Swinging this ball out here to Tomlinson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. It's a give, running left, Tomlinson, down right around the 25. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. It was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. 2nd and 5. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now Sanders. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. And a huge play that time. 43 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Throwing left sideline complete. That's Owens. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. They'll drop to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Monarchs have moved out in front. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Carolina getting set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll try to run the option here. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football.
And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 35 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Elliott now. this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. This is Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Yeah, Sanders now to return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. On the draw, here's Jackson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Okay, ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for it?
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one goes for 30 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll set up to throw.
He'll drop this down to Jackson.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Back to throw here.
It's Jackson again on the reception.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll try the ground game with Jackson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! Noah Fant, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Monarchs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the 2nd of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store. And it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Now,
a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Takes it at the 7. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
That's a tremendous start to the 3rd quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a 2nd player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning, and now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Hines
trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Hines again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. London about set to take over on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They bring their punter out there now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. They'll set up a throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
We got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. Now a first carry for their fullback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
Here's Hines. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Dances by him. And he's going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Welcome back now here in London. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Now quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. London about set to take over on offense. And they have made this look easy. Now, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now a give. It's Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. On the give, here comes Jackson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Monarchs are moving closer to a date now. The NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So they get the interception, and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old way, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick 6, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
London about set to take over on offense. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped it. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players.
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bring Bring it home victory, straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bring it home victory, straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother, we the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bring it home victory, straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Q-Bone staying with the lip. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch